you see what I painted the first time. Well, rust is already starting to appear in here, on top of the hood. So that's one reason why I want to paint it. This time I'm going to paint it with some good paint. Alright, we got the engine in here, no problem. But the only problem we have now is trying to find a suitable gas tank to fit in here. The only one I found was this gas tank here. I don't know what it come off of. But you see it's not very much gas. But I'm going to get rid of this tank here. Well, I'm going to get rid of this tank here. Well, if I get it off, get rid of this tank. Now, if I could just build a tank up about this high, fit all over here, and drop down, bit up in here and come up, that would be nice. So, I took this old styrofoam foam stuff from Home Depot right here. I made a mock-up gas tank. I set it in there, and but you don't look too bad. It fits in there perfect. My hood was shut with no problem. Ow! My finger though. That hood's shut with no problem. I got clearance. It's about 13, a little over 13 inches wide, 6 inches tall here, and 2.5 inches tall here. So I got thinking about it. This tractor was to rear up. If it was low with gas, all this gas in the front will probably rush to the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my port right here in the front. Then inside here I'm going to put a little baffle, small holes in it so the gas can run back real slow. So when you fill it up, the gas can run in and fill this tank up. So I get ready to change the filter or anything. I'm going to put a piece of metal out here with a hole in it with a rod to it, like a hinge. So when you pick this up, you're right there to the ends and everything you want to do. Plus I'm gonna cut a hole right here in my tank, and I got a gas neck piece to go in there. I got to have it welded in there. I took that sheet to the shop and got them to bend this. You can see that's that. This is that bottom piece right there, which is that piece. And they bent me this piece here, which is round backwards. They bent me this piece here, and it goes up here, and it's gonna be perfect. Be just like this gas tank here. So that's what I'm in the process of doing now. Here's my gas neck piece. It wasn't that expensive, but these people ripped me off with shipping and handling. I paid way too much for this piece. But I got it, so I ain't gonna complain about it no more. And that's gonna be one sweet custom built gas tank. Just gotta get it welded. Gotta get my gas neck welded in. Well, shoot. Come back here. Get my gas neck. This ain't the top, but it goes up under here on the other end, upside down. So I put it on there. Just pretend that's the top, and that's where that'll be. It's looking like that. Then on the deep part back here, I have a float gauge in there to tell how much gas I have in it. All right, I got my gas tank back from the welding shop, and had a leak here on the side right here. They fixed it, supposedly fixed it, but you can see it looks like crap. I mean, all looks like crap. They had a leak here, and they put a bunch of big weld on it. I had another leak right here. Just put another big chunk on it. I had a leak right there, but I don't know if they welded and regrinded it or not. But they grind it down deep. That is deep. And I had to cut this slot out because it was hitting something on my tank. I had to get that welded in there, so I got that slot fixed. So I'm getting ready to start mount this thing. See how it's gonna look. Yeah, I also had a leak right here in the corner. You see where they filled all that weld up, and they had a leak right here. and they weld across it. But I hope that's it. I'm ready to mount this thing, paint it, and get it over with. I'll show you what the gas tank looked like with it in there. There's my gas gauge. Got a little gas in there. Just how the tank mounts, just like that. And you open it up this way. Well, let me show you these hinges. See the hinge here? You pull that pin, and that release this tank. What you do is just pop this loose, lift this up. You got them pins pull out. You just take this disconnect. If you want to take the tank out, you just pop this disconnect. I can't put it back in one hand. It takes two hands to put it back in there. But now you can get to your breather. Just take this screw off and get to your breather. And which I add a little solenoid on here because this carburetor solenoid was missing. Cut the fuel off, so I add this on there. So that's my little tank right there. Worked out real nice. And that little cutout right there misses that screw when it shuts. So when you let it down, whoop, there she is. Well, what I'm attempting to do is get rid of these stupid little lug bolts that go in here. I'm going to thread these things to a ½ inch and hoping I will be able to get a regular bolt in there far enough. See, if I can get that in there, that's far enough for a lug nut. And there's a lug nut there, so that's what I want to try to do. I want to try to make these studs with lug nuts, so I'd rather with lug bolts. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to drill this out and tap it and see what happens. If it don't work, I'll just make me a bush and step it back down to that bastard size again at 7/16. Well, I was able to take my axle out of my rear end. You notice there's a groove right there. Most people already know this, but just for the people that don't know it, there's a groove in your axle. I ain't got no flashlight enough to be able to see in there. But there's the other axle there with got an E-clip in it. You pull that E-clip out, the axle comes out. Here's the E-clip right here. That's what kind of, some people call it a Mickey Mouse clip. See how it looks like Mickey Mouse up top? But I call it E-clip. Anyway, you pull that, axle come out. So if you pull the other one, that axle come out. So I was able to get it over here in my drill press. Maybe drill a hole. Now I just got to tap it now to ½ inch. Well, when you have the right equipment sometimes, it helps. So I'm able to use this drill press to drill my holes out and get them straight. A little fast drill bit, but it'll be alright. Now the good thing about it is when I tap it, put this cap in there, tighten it up real good. Wow, it's hard to do this with one hand. Squeeze a little, put a little grease on it, and let's see what'll happen. Almost went through. Well, you tighten up some more. Well, the first thing we'll do is drill a hole to our axle. We got it clamped in. There it went all the way through. So we got it. It tapped all the way through. So we ain't got to do no hard work. Just turn it out by hand, let go of the chuck, and that hold me too. Well, this is what I done. I kind of looks like a boat going through there, don't it? See, kind of like a boat, but it's not. It's a stud. I took one of these bolts and I put it in a lathe and I turned the head all the way off. So I ended up with a short stud, the same length, and I screwed the stud all the way through. And I put one of these nuts on the back up. She got a 1/4 inch, I put a nut on it. But the nut is one. I took one of these nuts here. I faced it down to that thick, a 1/4 inch, and so I'm gonna have a nut on each one. You might see on the back side that it's just a stud going through it. You're probably wondering why I didn't screw a bolt from the back side. I tried that. I cut this one off at an inch. I cut it off a certain length here. It won't go in there because it hits that shoulder right there. Then it's not long enough, see? Even if I do it that way. So that's why I decided to do it. Just screw a stud in there, then put a nut on it. If I can get it on there. It's hard to do anything with one hand. Alright, I'm about to stop and do it. Well, there's my converting it over to lug bolts to screw in. Now converted over to studs with lug nuts. So now I can put lug nuts in it. Now putting back this axle is easy as pie. You see that groove right there? That's where your E-cut goes. When you stick this sucker in, ain't nothing left but the E-cut put on. Just push it out, turn it, push it all the way in. So I can get a light where you can see in there. You get a better understanding of what's going on. Hang on a minute, let me get this. Alright, can you see the axle right there? See it moving now? There's the axle right there. That's where the E-clip goes. You put that on. Just clamp your pair of vice grips on your little those vice grips on it. Reach in there. Set it on halfway on there. Take your vice grips off. Watch out, I see I might have dropped it. Screwed up, man. It's in there where we can take this. I don't know if you can see in there or not because it's awful dark in there. Take and shove this on it. But anyway, I got it on. See it in there? What I done, I was able to get. I can't hold all this light and thing all at the same time. I took this and got the pin and pushed it on there, just like that. And that's simple of them. You see both of them in there. That's the only thing keeps the axle in right there. And that's it. Well, these lug nuts, they're a 60-degree angle. And the rims, they're not 60-degree angle. So what I've done, I took a 60-degree angle bevel, and I beveled each hole out, each one of them. Right now, my nut will fit in a bevel, so it'll look just like a regular car or truck rim with a lug nut on it with a bolt sticking to it. Hey, I apologize to you how long it took me to put these videos together. I have lost stuff, and I've been digging around and finding different videos and stuff and putting them together. I think I about found most of them. But I appreciate it, man, if y'all subscribe my videos or give me a comment if you like it, don't like it. Just, you know, tell me what you think. Hey, we got a lot of stuff coming up on this 1650. So stay tuned, there more. Catch you later. Appreciate it. Bye.